Hello everyone, welcome to Fallout 76. My name is Clumsy. Today I wanted to do a video to kind of help you out with getting your weekly challenges done. So we're going to take a look at these all today. Collect a garden gnome, do daily operations, consume chems, craft any flare at a tinker's workbench, cripple a Scorch's leg, kill a Yaogwai, scrap a pipe gun, scrap junk to produce oil, sell Yaay Ribs to an NPC vendor, and that would be it for the weekend. So I'm going to one by one show you some places that you can get all these done, and hopefully get them done quickly so your weekly challenges are all met. Okay, so this is the first one I wanted to go over since depending on your level, you may have to re-roll this one because you may not have the ability to make this one. And since this is not a Fallout First account, you don't get more than one reroll a day. So I would check to see if you have the ability to make this one first, and if you don't, you might want to re-roll that one. So this is the craft any flare at a tinker's workbench. If you have the flare, it's super easy to do. So I'm going to show you here. You just, I'm here in White Springs. You're just going to go to the workbench, and then you're just going to go down to souvenirs. And you'll see here, I have a bunch of different flare. It's backpack stuff, really. And you probably have picked up a bunch of this, but you just have to craft anything, and that should get you the challenge. Really easy, but when I first had this account, I had no flare. And so I was having a hard time getting this one done. So hopefully that will help you out with the first one that you may have to re-roll if you're brand new to the game. Let's move on to the next one. We're going to do the kill Yaogwais, 3 of them, and I like to start out at Site Alpha. I just signed in here, and no sign of a bear. But there is a second bear that you can find up the path named Fluffy. He's a named bear for a quest, and there's a good chance that he will be up there, and he'll count as the first one. And, you know, feel free to do these throughout the week if you're having bad luck looking for a particular one. But what I like to do is I like to follow this this water path up until about right here, and then I go up here, and we should see him just up here if he spawned. So turn a little bit this way, and there he is. So we're gonna take this guy out, and this will be at least one bear, and we'll check a few other spots for bears. Okay, so we got one down, and we're gonna loot all the meat and everything. Next place I like to go is there's one in White Springs around this area, but what I like to do is I like to go to the Miners Monument. There's kind of a shortcut to get to there. Okay, so we're here at Miners Monument. We're just going to make a left, and we're going to go into the White Springs here. And what we're really just looking for is there is an open area of the fence right here. And right beyond that, there is a cave that we should be able to see pretty easily. We're just going to go a little bit this way, I believe. Oh, off to my right a little bit. Okay, so there's actually, you want to be on the other side of this particular fence. So let's see if this one, there's usually like a sleeping bear in here. But, you know, one of the problems with weekly challenges is that a lot of people have to do them. So he is not here. So that's okay, we're going to move on. Another place you can find a bear, a bunch of bears. And I'm trying to go to places that are not too, you know, known about. Maybe the Mountainside Bed and Breakfast. There's actually a couple bears over there. And even if we don't accomplish this, if you're just trying to find where these things are, this will help you, because if you may not get it in the first week or the first day, but you will get them, and these will just kind of help you. So if we look down here, there's a bear, and there's usually a second one. So let's get that one done. And there's usually one like really close around here too, but it looks like we just got the one. Let's jump down here so that he doesn't run away. There we go. He likes to, if he knows that he can't hit us, they'll usually just path away intentionally. And that'll get us number 2. Okay, the next place I'm going to go is potential where there's another 2 bears, maybe 3 bears sometimes, is I like to go up to Dolly Sod's Wilderness. And there should be one pretty much right in front of us when we spawn in. And then there's a chance that there'll be one to our left on the path. So we'll check here. Okay, so we got another one. Okay, so we got that done, but I'm going to show you where a couple more are so that if you weren't as lucky as I was. So I turn left, and I like to go towards the Dolly Sod's encampment. If you are lucky, there will be one on this path. See, there's a dead one right here. So someone else got it. And there's sometimes even another one up here. So just check in this area. And then the last place I will point out that is guaranteed to have a bear that's pretty well known though too is the Philippine Battle Cemetery. Hold on, I got a tick that's... And that's Bram. Okay, where's that tick? Alright, so Philippine Battle Station, Battle Cemetery. So we'll go here. I'm taking damage. That will go there. Okay. I just used a stem pack, and it gave me credit for using chems. So that one is going to be pretty easy. I guess using stem packs counts as chems, but I mean, this one is pretty self-explanatory. All I'm going to say about this, the chems one, is do not take a bunch of drugs all at once, like Overdrive or Fury or whatever, because you'll get addicted to them, unless that's what you want to do. So now that we're at Philippine Battle Cemetery, the bear will usually spawn right here, and here's his corpse. So that should give you a good idea of where to find some. Of course, there's a ton of other places, but I just wanted to point out about five or six places, 4 or 5 places for them. So we will now we'll move on to the next one. So stay tuned. Okay, the next one we're going to work on is scrap a pipe gun. If you might have noticed here, the consume the chems. I just did a eviction notice. You probably saw it starting when I was doing it, doing the other quest, and also using like Radaway works as a chem. So that one is kind of an easy one. I already got that one pretty much in the bag for today, and I don't think you guys really need a explanation on using chems. So but we're gonna do the pipe guns, and because of the eviction notice, we got a bunch of weapons here. So we're just gonna go here, and you can get pipe guns from all sorts of enemies. The most common two are super mutants and Scorched. So we're just going to get rid of all of these, and it doesn't really matter if, like, there's sometimes more than one type depending on the mods, so you just kind of look through it. I mean, I'm going to end up scrapping all this stuff, but just kind of wanted to give you guys a general idea. You can accumulate these as you're playing and then just get rid of them as you see them. So with that, we will move on to the next one, which is going to be... Okay, the next thing we're going to do is collect garden gnomes. And here on the map, I am at the Pylon Ambush site. And as you can see here, at the top of the roof here, if you can get up here, there is a garden gnome right here. This is obviously not the best place, but you can get one of them done here. So we'll pick that up, and then I will go on to the next site in just a second. Okay, I wanted to put this in because this appeared to be a spot, but it is not a good spot. Monongah Mine, if you look at it here, as soon as you spawn in, right over there, on the top there are 3 garden gnomes, but they are actually not... You can't pick them up or interact with them. They're guarding a key that I just picked up here. So just so you know, if you've ever seen them here, don't bother going back here. They're not going to accomplish your goal. Okay, another location for garden gnomes. We are going to go to Fort Defiance, and we are not going to go in. We're just going to actually follow this road here once we fast travel in. And what we're doing is we are looking for a small bridge that should be pretty close. Yep, there it is. And there should be some gnomes in right here, like in the gutter area. They would be right here. So I'm going to show you all the places that you can find them. I think there's 4 or 5 here. We did not luck out here, but that's how the beginning of the week is. But we'll move on to the next spot after this. Okay, next location we could check for gnomes is Huntersville. So when we spawn in, we are just going to make our way right past here. And as we come up right here, we're going to make a right, and we're going to go to the back of this house. Now, there's normally one right here, and he is bearing a Jangles the Moon Monkey, I believe. So, but there's one. But if you turn around, in here, there's like 7 more. So, again, this place is a bust, but it's a great place to check because sometimes you can luck out and server hop and etc., and get lucky with that. So we'll go on to the next place after this. Okay, and the final place that we're going to do is the General Steakhouse. These 3 areas that I did, Huntersville, this place, and Fort Defiance, they have multiples of them. So you're better off checking all those before you check the individual places. So that's why I wanted to include these. So you're basically just going to come here. You're going to make your way towards the back of the steakhouse. Sometimes you have to fight some floaters. Sometimes there's some mongrels. The fact that there are some dead animal piles here is not a good sign that they are going to be here. But there's usually, I think, 4 or 5 right here. Some of them are riding the flamingos. So just check right here. And then you can also check inside here. There's sometimes a couple right on top of this tool chest. So again, we didn't get lucky, but that I believe that is enough places for you to check if you're playing every day or so. Even if you server hop a couple times, you're probably going to get lucky and find those. So we'll move on to the next challenge, but I gave you 3 really good places to check that you could probably nail this out in the first day if you were persistent. Okay, let's see what the next challenge is. Complete daily ops. So this might be one of those that you may want to re-roll if you're not high enough level to run a daily op. And because you have more than one re-roll a week, you may, if you're low level, you may have to, for example, re-roll this one today and then maybe re-roll this one tomorrow. But you can get into daily ops pretty easily. You just have to complete the quest over at Watoga. It'll say read the note, and it's somewhere around here, and you just got to make your way here, read the note, and then you go top to the guy in, gosh, I think it's somewhere, one of these buildings here, the shopping plaza area, I believe, and he will give you the quest to do a daily op. So it's not too hard, but this is sometimes a little tedious for lower level players. Cripple a Scorch Beat's leg. Instead of me showing you how to do this, I'm going to explain a few places that you can go to per region to find Scorch, because this is pretty simple. You aim your gun or your melee weapon or whatever at a leg, and you just hit it till it's crippled. I mean, you can use VATS, But if you don't have VATS, then you can just kind of aim. You have to selectively aim at the leg. So we'll start here since we're kind of here. You can go to any Fisher site. You're going to find a bunch of Scorched around there. If you're up here in the mire, a place that has them 100% of the time is Valley Galleria, or at least like 90% of the time. Another place is Harper's Ferry, but Harper's Ferry is not 100%. Sometimes it'll be super mutants, sometimes it'll be ghouls. So you're kind of hit or miss on there. Let's see, if you're in the Savage Divide area, some of the better places to check would be the Pleasant Valley Ski Resort and the Pleasant Valley Cabins. They have a 100% chance of having Scorched, and you could probably get all 18 of them here. And then you could, if you can't get them all, you could probably just hop Cerberus. So that's where I would go for there. If you're in the forest region, there's a lot of places. White Powder Winter Sports has about 4 or 5. Of course, Watoga Airport, they even have the instance where you go inside Watoga Airport, so you can get plenty of them there. If you're kind of relatively new, then you can go in the area around here. And Tyler County Fairgrounds has a bunch of them. So a lot of places in the forest can find them. I'm just kind of naming off a few. And then if you're in the... I would just stay away from the Toxic Valley. There's not really a lot of Scorched in the Toxic Valley. And that is kind of also true for the Ash Sheep. There are some here and there, but you're not going to find a ton of them. I've found some over by Vault 63 before. I have found some around, I think Berkeley Springs before. Again, not many. The one place that comes to mind is Camden Park. There's always Scorched at Camden Park, and you can get about a dozen of them there. So that is a relatively easy one to do, and you can knock that one out pretty quickly. And then let's take a look at the last couple ones. So I've already explained the pipe gun. You just save them and scrap them. That's simple. Scrap junk to produce oil. So you just want to find things that have oil. And if you don't know how to tag things, basically when you're in your inventory, let's say you don't know what gives you oil. Well, you pick up a bunch of stuff, and as you're looking through here, as you see I'm cycling through it, it'll say bulk wood, it makes wood, 30. This makes ceramic. This is circuitry. A lot of it's self-explanatory. What about some of the stuff that, well, so this floater Nasher pus sac, it's leather and acid. If you press the whatever corresponding key that says component view is on either the PC or on your computer or etc., your console, you can then filter this by what exactly you're looking for. Now, it will only show up if you have something in your inventory that really makes that. So, like, for example, there's no rubber here. So, but what you do is you want to highlight what you're looking for, and you want to press the tag for search. So I hit that button, and now when I'm looking around, picking stuff up, if it will scrap into that, you could find that easily. So, also, if you have a bunch of oil, you can just go to a Tinker's Workbench, and you can go to bulk, and you can go down to bulk oil and make 2 bulk oil, because each one produces 10 oil. And now you have 2 bulk oil. And then if you just go and scrap it, we'll just do this in particular. That will give you credit for 10. And that'll give you credit for the other ones. You don't actually have to look for those ones. So you can bulk anything. Not everything can be bulked, but you can do that. Bulking takes 2 plastic, so you're going to lose 2 plastic, but that is such an easy way to just get that done really quickly. And let's see what else we have here. So the last one that we can cover is the sell Yaay Ribs to an NPC vendor. So the really important thing here is make sure you have not hit your limit on the caps for the day. Like, you haven't sold everything. If you do, you're going to have to buy a few things to make them back. So let's make the Yaay Ribs. Now, there are multiple versions of Yaay Ribs. There's the light, there's the tasty Yaay roast. You want the specific one that says Yaay Ribs. So we're going to go down to meat. We've already killed a bunch of bears. So if we sort by this, we should see Yaay Ribs. Now, it looks like I am short a couple because I believe Yaay Ribs takes 4 meat. So let's go down here. And this is the one you want for this particular quest. So we just have to go hunt down one more bear. But for you, I've already shown you several places to find bears, so you can server hop. Additionally, if you're looting those bears, killing them, if you had the perk, I think it's called Butcher's Bounty. Yeah, you can get additional meat from them. Unfortunately, the max meat you can get per corpse is 2 pieces, so you would have to kill at least 4 bears. But since you had to kill 3 bears today, you could easily hit that limit if you had this equipped and it procced once or twice. So that should be the last one to finish up your weekly quests. I hope that that helps.